Welcome to Lay Lake TV. I'm your host, Donna Lee Blankenship, and we're out exploring the towns and communities and the fascinating people all around the Lay Lake area. It's what makes Lay Lake so special. Today, we're going to visit the Lay Dam. Lay Dam is what created Lay Lake way back in 1912-1914 with William Patrick Lay. He's the creator, and that's how Alabama Power got started, which is just amazing to me. It's right here in our community, all this history, so I want to go find out about it. Come on, let's go check it out. We're here with Noel Harrison, the plant supervisor at Lay Dam here in Clanton. And Noel, this is really where it all started, right? Lay Dam was created, and that created Lay Lake, and this is where Alabama Power started. What can you tell us about the history, about, this facility?
Okay, 1912 is when they started construction here of Lay Dam, and in a 2-year period they were able to get the plant built and had one unit generating electricity in a 2-year period, which, if you think about that, 12 years ago now, that's really fast, and a lot of work was done with a lot of people. And during that time, between Montgomery and Birmingham, right here was the biggest settlement of people. It was about, I guess you say, the biggest city between Birmingham and Montgomery was right here at Lay Dam, with all the people working and building this plant.
Wow, so they basically created a whole city around just the construction.
They did, and when it was finished, everyone that worked here, we had what we called a village area out back over here where everyone lived and worked here. So you walked to work, had a store, school, everything you needed back in that time to survive was right here on site. So it was a really good community for everyone that worked here.
That's awesome. And from my understanding, it was not a heavily settled place ahead of time, so the lake building up didn't actually displace that many people, did it? Do you know anything about that?
No, not that I've been told. No, it did not. Like I said, Chilton County in this area was sparsely populated at the time, so yes, not a lot of people. Still, it's not a big county when you compare it to Birmingham, Jefferson, Shelby, Montgomery counties, but it's growing every day.
Absolutely. And Alabama Power does such a great job of taking care of the natural resources in the area, the wildlife, all that. And so actually, your presence here is helping the area, wouldn't you say?
Oh, definitely. And the main help is with, all the recreational that people enjoy on the lake. If you come out here any day, especially in the summertime, weekends, it's full of people in the pontoon boats out, riding, pulling tubes, skiing, jet skis, just having fun swimming in the lake, enjoying it.
Bass tournaments. You can't forget, there's like a gazillion bass tournaments.
On Lay Lake is all the time. There's a bass tournament, seems like, going on. Had a big one here, a national one, about a month ago now. A person from here in Clanton won that tournament.
Really?
Yes, I forgot how much endorsements and money he won from the tournament, but it was a big time tournament.
Big deal.
Yes.
It's a big deal. Well, I'm just so impressed with the facility, and I can't wait to see a little bit more of it. And for somebody like me, like I take my electricity for granted. If I paid my bill and I flip my switch and the light comes on, I'm happy. I don't think about it anymore. But this is actually generating power for Alabama Power. Explain it like to a 5th grader. How do you create power here?
Right. The real simple version is this right here. We take water into the plant. It runs basically just straight through the plant, and when it runs through the plant, I have like a big boat propeller, we call a turbine, that spins in the water, and by it spinning, it's connected to a magnet on the shaft, and when that shaft and magnet spins, that forms the electricity. It comes out to everybody's homes in this area. So it's real simple in hydro. Water in, water out, spin a turbine, spin a magnet to make the electricity, and it's real simple.
And that's like cost effective, that's like 0 carbon emissions. I mean, it's really one of the better ways to create power.
Oh, it is a renewable source, by a great one that's been here 110 years now.
Yeah, real sustainable. Like it's
yeah, we're looking for another 110 years.
That's right, and at least another 110. So what are the benefits of hydropower? I mean, is that it, pretty much what we said, or are there other benefits for hydro?
Well, here in Alabama, 2 major benefits is the quickness to respond. So at one of the big plants here in Alabama or anywhere, if they lose a big, say 800, 900 megawatt unit making electricity, well, they need to make that electricity up really quick, because you don't stop watching TV or cut your lights off. You need that power instantaneous.
The game.
Right, yeah, Alabama-Auburn game will be bad.
Yeah.
But so in hydro in Alabama, we're here and we're ready in a moment's notice to come online and make up that loss of demand of power. We can be online in like 1 minute making electricity here.
That's amazing. From
not generating electricity to making electricity, 1 minute at lay down. So that's great for the customer. Also, another thing is we are here for the transmission side of things, helping with the VARs and keeping it in line. So they use us for that and the generators here at Lay. But that's our two main resources, or what we help out with the company.
Yeah. Now, what do you personally like to do on the lake? Do you come out and take advantage, or is this just work, or do you get to have any fun on the lake?
Sometimes I have fun. I'm here every day, Monday through Friday. But yes, out here on Lay and Mitchell, I'm out on those not very often, but every now and then during the summertime, I'm out on the boat with somebody. I grew up here in the county, so I've been familiar with this area my whole life. So it's a great place to live and work.
Now, this is a question my husband and I talk about all the time. Like, this was not a job that was a career day in high school. Like, you didn't go up to the booth and they say, hey, you want to be supervisor of a dam. How did you get into this kind of job?
Well, I first started with Alabama Power at EC Gassing up in Wilsonville at the steam plant. I worked there about 7.5 years. Started there in summer of '06, and I left there January of 2014. And I came to Mitchell Dam for about a year, and went to Bowden Dam, which is down there with Wetumpka, for about 6 months. And then I've been up here at Lay Dam ever since July of 2015.
Wow, since 2015?
2015, yes, ma'am. So I've enjoyed all my time here. I got a great crew, great people that work here every day.
Yeah, about how many people work here? I mean, is it a huge number or a small number?
No, it's a small number at dams.
Yeah.
Most dams have about 7 or 8 people in Alabama. I have 4 journeymen and 3 PAs here at Lay Dam, and myself. That's the full staff for the plant, and then there's some other people here also, but that's who runs the plant every day.
What do you love about working here?
The location, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it's a gorgeous day outside today. And to look outside your office and all this beauty behind you, I was wondering if you take it for granted, or do you get used to it, or is it still like, wow?
No, you won't never get used to it, because coming here every day, that's a good thing. You're not at the corporate setting. I say inside. I can be inside, or I can be outside. I'm able just to, you might well say, roam the free all through the plant at any time and see what's going on, checking on people, checking on equipment, visitors like y'all coming today. I deal with people like that every day coming here. So it's a great job. Keeps me on my toes.
Awesome. Now, is there an app or something where people can find out what's going on at the dam? Is there a...
Yes, there's an app online. Most people know about it, mainly all the fishermen I know. They check it all the time to see when I'm generating units, because the fishermen, they love it when the units are generating down below the plant. They pull up on their boats and are fishing and everything. So yeah, it can give you the lake levels. Also, like I said, when I turn on turbines and when they go off here. So all that's out there for the public to see on all 14 dams in Alabama.
That Shorelines? Or what's
That's right, Shoreline.
Shorelines. Okay, so you can download the Shorelines app and know about the water levels and all kinds of things going on at the dam. And then, now my aunt lived on Lay Lake, and she would talk about times when y'all would lower the water and people would do all their, construction,
right,
fixing their piers and things. Is that something you find out on Shorelines, like when it's really going to be low and you can work, or how do they find out?
Yeah, well, we advertise that a lot. It just happened this past October. So for us on the Lower Coosa, and the Lower Coosa is Lay Lake, Mitchell Lake, and then Jordan Lake. All 3 of us are run-of-the-river lakes, which means our lake levels never move. And that's not like a lot of lakes where they fluctuate 15, 20 feet based on the time of the year.
Right.
But, here at Lay, really, we don't really move 6 inches, if that much,
right,
all through the year. So that's good and bad, I guess you could say. But good if you live here, because you got a constant water supply. You don't have to worry about walking out on your dock and it's on ground.
Right.
You always have water any time of the year.
Right.
Now, when you want to do maintenance and work on piers, I understand all that too. You have to wait, and it's a 5-year wait
Oh, it's only once every 5 years.
Once every 5 years, the lake comes down, and it, like I said, it just happened in October this past year. So you'll be
wait
4.5 years,
Yeah.
4.5 years from right now, unless something happens.
Save up.
To when that time comes again. And normally for lay, it's about 3 good feet is what it comes down. And then you're roughly 2 weeks to get everything done that you need to do.
Now, just out of my curiosity or my ignorance, why do you do that? Why do you lower it? And I mean, why are you guys doing it? I know it's helpful for them, but why are you
Well,
doing
for them.
Oh,
give
really?
you the opportunity.
Yeah.
Because like you said, people need to make repairs on the docks or seawalls or whatever. So it gives them opportunity by us lowering it to let them work on stuff.
And I hear there's a lot, as far as wildlife, there's a lot of bald eagles out here. Have you seen
Oh yes, we have them over here. I probably see at least one day a week.
Really?
On the Coosa County side of the dam here. You can see one flying around.
Well, I've heard there's sightings all up and down, so I'm just fascinated by the bald eagles. That's pretty exciting. Well, what else can you tell? What do people need to know about the dam? Maybe how they interact with you guys, or any safety, anything? What do people need to know about the dam?
Let me go over safety first, because that's always the most important thing. We never want anyone to get hurt.
Right.
You know, of course, we have warning signs up below the dam and below the dam, warning you about staying away from the dam, because at a moment's notice, a unit can come on and start making electricity. So that's really dangerous if you're up close to the dam, above or below, because water will start flowing, and you get caught in that current. So you really need to stay away from the dams. You really don't need to come right up on them, because you don't know at any moment it could come on and start running.
Right. That's right.
That's the most important thing for the public.
Blown over, and you don't want to get sucked in. So.
That's right. That's right.
Safety first. Very good. What else?
Another thing, like I said, we are here and we can make electricity here at Lay. 180 megawatts is what we produce. We have 6 units here. Not sure if everybody knows that, but we have the most units of any dam that Alabama Power runs in Alabama. So that's, something different here. Also, we're the oldest, like we talked about at the beginning. 110 years strong now, running and making electricity. So that's really a lot of historic stuff has went on here at Lay.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine that they built a dam in 1912, 1914, I think it was finished, and now it started Alabama Power, and now Alabama Power is like lights up Alabama. I mean, it's huge.
Oh, it is. It takes more than this dam, to keep Alabama lit up.
Do you know how many hydro plants there are in Alabama?
Yes, there's 14. Alabama Power runs and controls 14. On the Coosa River here, there's 7 dams. Over on the Tallapoosa River, there's 4 dams, and on the Warrior, there's 3 dams.
Very cool. All right, thank you so much for talking to us today. This has just been fascinating. It's been a beautiful day out, and I appreciate the tour. We're so excited about that. So, guys, remember, safety first. Download your app, Shorelines. You'll know all about the water levels and all about what's going on at the dam, and we'll see you around the lake. We're excited to be here. Thanks.
Oh, thank y'all for coming.
That was a fascinating tour of the Lay Dam. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I know if you're like me, I just take the power and the electricity for granted. And so it's interesting and fascinating to find out where all that comes from and how important hydropower is for Alabama. It's clean, it's safe, it's fast, it's sustainable, and I so appreciate all that Alabama Power puts in man hours and in money in keeping the ecology of the area, the biodiversity safe for Alabama. If you like this content, follow us on Facebook, on YouTube, check out our Fire Stick and Roku channels, and listen, if you know somebody fascinating that we need to spotlight, get in touch with us. We would love to interview them. So we'll see you around the lake.